the one that is going to be difficult to recover from if you are full sense.
For sure, and you're kind of running into similar problems with that jet still in Sop's hands. There's so much change of direction that FUT can implement with the Waylay and the jet. It's going to be tough, I think, for Premi to find value again with that Phoenix, with those curveballs like we saw on Fracture. I think this is still going to give them a lot of problems.
There's a Haunt, J just a tuck back. Free wrap though, as Kristali nearby to try to keep this site protected, and they still have not sussed out that Zeus is going to be on this approach from Sewer, and now they get the bad news. Premi, however, still going to be able to find two, but then quickly gets sat down, and Sop comes away with that kill. And it's just Cruz with the Bandit now in a 1v3. What a clutch this would be, but for now, it does seem that Pistols will continue to elude this Thai squad. Haven't been able to find one yet. There's the realization. Into the spray down. Zeus with a 3K will get FUT their third pistol win.
Yeah, I mean, they're just out macroing full sense in every regard. Not dropping pistols, and this time it's because of this late linger from Zeus. And full sense has no idea. J again doing a great job buying time and space for the rest of his team to get into position to strike. Solid on Fracture, seeing it here again. Not overstepping his bounds, not overplaying his role. Doing a really solid effort. And then
they're forcing into this.
Oh yeah, Stingers.
A big gamble. This catches FUT off guard. Premi quickly taking space towards Garage. The Prowler able to identify that tripwire. J just spraying and playing, nothing going to be found. As Relay Bolt goes over towards backside. Swing in though, Sociable's going to be able to find one. Leviathan dead over and long with Jit Boys cleaning up that kill. No. J, he just tucked away. Tries to get the transfer, he cannot. Kahlua will be able to take him down, but into a 3v3 we go. Spike still not yet planted. We'll go for it now.
Spike planted.
Backside plant to try to play away from this Garage angle. Able to catch Zeus off guard. The Marshall shot's not coming to fruition. Full sense. A big gamble that pays off. They tie it up 1-1.
Well, that's exactly what the doctor ordered for this Thai team. They really needed an injection of life, and that might be just what you wanted to see. And I was a little bit worried here for a moment in the 3v3, but Killua ready for that Garage angle. Plays it nicely. And the serious face on the captain. Really wants to get this one through, really wants to take this to a map 3. Haven, a map that we haven't seen in quite some time for full sense, and a completely different look compared to what we saw in stage 1 at least. And still, Leviathan on that chamber. This is one of the big change-ups that I'm curious about. Only 3 games total across his entire career on this agent, so I want to see some impact from him. 0-2 start, but see if he can continue to pick it up. He's going to be clearing out a little bit of space. Sop.
Looking for the check, but Jit Boys will just be dialed in on the angle. ADS with the Bulldog finding that kill to start things off. Full Sense still going to be taking their time. They know that they cannot afford to have another Thrifty be given over to FUT. Patience to come in, Cam to be cleared out on the B site, and for now, FUT seeming to think that this is going to end up at C, but given Leviathan's position, he's just walked his way into the A site. He's just going to be calling the team over here, so we'll be able to find a solid post-plant situation here for Full Sense. As they slowly, steadily make sure that they're just crossing all their T's and dotting all of their I's. Don't want to get caught off guard from Sewers yet again.
Exactly. They have to be careful. They have already had a couple moments in this map, one that cost them dearly in the pistol and one that almost cost them with the tucked-in position of J up on the logs. And this time around, should be them just fanning out, looking for those kills, looking for those extra ult orbs if they can.
Does anyone push towards Leviathan? Looks like the answer is going to be yes. There's J. An easy cleanup, and now we can just get on the wider angle, try to stop them from getting in towards that spike detonation. As from here, the game plan for FUT should just be to not give over any additional ult charge. Rendezvous is going to be set up, and they want to try to fight this one forward. Kristali will be able to peel back a kill, stopping it from being a flawless, but Leviathan finding 3 as Full Sense move up 2-1.
Yeah, now you're starting to see some good macro ideas from Full Sense, some good comms. When we got to listen in from them on Fracture, it felt like, you know, Leviathan and Jit Boys were really active in the comms, really making some calls and ideas. So here, this time, Leviathan able to just find that open space on the map and call the troops over. Now you are going to have some big guns coming through here for FUT. The op and the Odin, but the Op only going to have half armor, so if he challenges into Leviathan, not going to be too bad of a matchup for the Chamber, but right now, off the rip, not going to be the case. Looking for that tight angle, looking for the orb denial, knowing with that Phoenix in play that that's something that you're going to be absolutely considering every round is full sense. Saw it on Fracture, that on their attacker side, it was a big part of the game plan, trying to funnel those orbs as much as they can, but full sense as well, kind of aware of what the potential counter strategies could be. You know, Minnie was talking about it on the desk, how FUT was getting really aggressive on the extremities of the maps, something they like to do here on Haven as well.
Jump peek out. Op will have been spotted. Just using the blaze bolt to try to get tucked a little bit further forward. Now uses run it back to get rid of Sop. Flash does manage to connect. It's going to be NGR holding things from that garage side to shut down the ultimate. At the same time, Leviathan going to be spotted, but NGR tries to reswing in the garage, and he's giving up so much space. Zeus is able to find one Sop with another as Jit Boys will get taken down. 3v3 with the Prowler spotting Sop. A quick little exit. Has to give up the space, so for now, Spike can be planted. He's out, Sociable, catching them off guard, comes away with 2, and now it's just Kalu in a 1v3. Started off the year being so very clutch for this Thai squad. Can he deliver here on the biggest stage of his career thus far? He finds the first. Turns back, clears the recon, but that's when Sop strikes. And FUT will be able to win out the round and tie it up 2-2.
Yeah, full sense just so tunneled in on some of the wrong angles. It seems like they're so convinced that FUT is going to be coming from the window that Sociable is just catching them off guard, and he does this all the time in EMEA, but oh, that's a nice one from Sop. They're just not ready. Primi trying to back up, you know, covering that angle, but it's too late. They do a great job holding the line.
That's a critical round. Allows him to carry that Odin as well as the operator forward. Sop's still going to be having that half arm, but this time no Outlaw to be concerned about. It's an op in the hands of Leviathan. See if he ends up challenging on the same angles, but at the moment it seems like no. Will just be a peek out towards A long.
Yeah, they're going to try to use the Haunt Flash setup here to set him up.
What goes out meanwhile, Sociable scaling forward. That rendezvous will just be taken out to safety though, and this gives a lot of forward space for FUT. An immense amount of map control now established. As op shot from Sop doesn't manage to connect on a Primi. He had an opportunity to take that Phoenix down out of garage, but ends up going a bit wide.
This is such a clever setup. Leviathan is just going to be how patient is he going to wait this out? With Sociable right around that corner, Paranoia in hand. Could be tricky for the Chamber, but the reinforcements have arrived. Are they going to be ready?
The face in. There's the Paranoia, and Zeus is able to collect one. Now the convergent path's immediately going to be invested. He's blinded up, but the smoke just completely keeps them protected. And the stray spray from Zeus is able to find Jit Boys. Stalling now to open up, and they're just killing everyone. No vision necessary.
Oh man, that lack of map control absolutely crushes full sense. Crew's just gonna try to find some way to hang on to this gun if possible, but still way too much time on this clock, you would think.
Yeah, this is a big swing back in. Yedajay just around the corner at the top of sewers. Right, come checking down, and he does, and Cruz cannot find the headshot, so it's a flawless round for FUT to reestablish the lead.
This is incredible game sense from them. Just waiting things out. Paranoia into the convergent pass, and it hits everybody on full sense, basically. And that is just a firing squad. Already, FUT well ahead in every department, just like on Fracture. Sure, full sense has got a couple rounds in there off of that forced buy-up, but outside of that, they're looking very, very shaky.
They have the overdrive available, but it's going to be Jit Boy still holding onto this Vandal. Thought maybe we'd see that passed over to Primi. Late for an orb, trying to get that tour de force, but, well, there goes the gun. Jit Boy's immediately dead as Zeus just walks out into mid. Completely disrespecting and disregarding any potential setup, any layers that they could have, and then Sop, he's posted up top sight. He's able to find Primi. Now both duelists have been eliminated, and Leviathan gets tagged to 19 at the same time, and now we'll be finished off. Continuing to walk forward, it's going to be back-to-back flawlesses. FUT once again finding their form.
Standing ahead.
It just seems like they've got the download on how full sense wants to play. You know, this time full sense going to spread the map a little bit, and FUT just covering every angle, every corner. Nice little flicks here and there as well. Make sure that they're able to deal with full sense cleanly, not really give them much hope.
Sure. not quite sure what brought that one on, but it's going to be a timeout call now for Full Sense as they once again start to feel this pressure. 2-round deficit, being able to tie things up after that force buy after dropping another pistol, but then now again starting to feel like this map is getting away from them. They're playing on this attacker side. They have this double duelist. This is where they should be the most favored on Haven. And if they aren't able to rescue this, then it might just be curtains for Full Sense in this opening series.
No doubt. They just feel scared. I mean, feels like they kind of got punched in the mouth and they're not able to recover. They're rattled. They're reeling. They're teetering. Meanwhile, FUT is looking for the knockout blow. They're winding up for it big time.
Yeah, and again, with the Coinbase win condition, my eyes start to look over towards Premi. Will he be able to find that impact? The 2 kills that he found were in that pistol. Was able to get the run back, didn't find value off that, had the shutdown from Yedijay on the C site, and now it's been slow going to try to get that second one built up.
Yeah, I mean, you need him to be firing as Full Sense. Like, he's a big part of your game plan, no matter how you cut it. And having him on the Phoenix on both maps has just not gotten the value that you look for. You are going to have the tour de force with Leviathan and Jitboy's ult. They're going to try to get ahead. Bounce up from the relay, or the recon dart. This time, though, what a shot from Saab.
And what a read to be prepared for this. It's such an off angle. Yes, plenty of omens do try to play it, but to just go ahead, peek out, and be able to connect with that so quickly. Saab is just operating on a completely different level. Meanwhile, peek out at headpin, there it is, and Leviathan unable to find the flick, and he's going to be the one eating the damage. He does get some through actually on his Corsalis. The wall bang does connect. Fairly even across both sides. Meanwhile, Jitboy's checking down in the sewers, making sure that there's no sneaky Zeus down there. Spike can be planted, but this is going to be a difficult hold for Full Sense. So the Nightfall's immediately going to be invested, but Saab just maintains that angle, and he's able to find Leviathan. 3 players now to try to hold this line. It's the up and over. Doesn't matter with the paranoia. Saab just plays distraction while the rest of his team picks up the pieces, and it is another flawless for FUT.
This is incredible. I mean, Saab on the jet. Absolutely love the movement. Absolutely love the confidence that he's bringing in. Doesn't matter if he's paranoid or not. He's getting in their faces. He's hitting off shots. He is doing it all. Exactly what you want to see. And I mean, again, look at these POVs from the FUT players. It's crossfires galore. It's great coordination. And meanwhile, Full Sense just feels like they're in a panic. They're in a daze.
It's perfect. Like we drew it up. Like we drew it.
I mean, it's literally perfect in every single facet.
I agree.
So many flawlesses already on this map for FUT. They're sticking to the game plan, and Full Sense just can't break it. They can't find a way to shake up FUT right now.
And FUT right now, maybe giving them a little bit of an opportunity here, thinking that Full Sense was going to change directions in towards that C site, and is going to be still an operator available for Leviathan, and he's going to take some control here. So Full Sense being a little bit more proactive over at A, but they were in the previous round, and it did not end up mattering because the retake and the shots were just too good.
Of course he's good for it, and he's going to stick around. Prowler doesn't scout him, and it's double shorty shots to the back of Jitboy's skull. The punish isn't there. He re-peeks, he finds Cruz, and then he overheats a little bit, but it doesn't matter. The damage is done. Crystali cleans it up. And this map is already looking finished just 8 rounds in.
I mean, he's just incredible. He's got the style, he's got the composure, he's got it all right now. This is stellar work on the jet. And again, they've got that extra layer over towards sewers to clean up what Saab started.
I think he should have been playing jet earlier. They might have won EMEA if he just swapped over to it. His Neon's good, but this is looking immaculate.
I agree. This is so fun to watch right now. He is just otherworldly when he saw the head. Oh.
Okay, a rare whiff at this point. Maybe just a warning shot. Just continue to get into the head of Cruz here. Well, Yedijay playing this pixel angle. Not going to be able to connect with those bullets, but still maintains control of this site. Full Sense. I feel like it's fairly unassailable.
You got to find a way to set up Jitboy with his ult here. think that's the big win condition in my mind for the Thai squad in this round. Gonna try to
out.
Look at the discipline, though.
Yeah, just the back pedal, just give up that space. FUT are trusting in their protocols to be able to get this retake going, so see how they do decide to pilot it. Plenty of noise being made, but for now, Leviathan playing this patiently. Jitboy's going to be taken down. Leviathan does manage to catch one. Sociable will fall, but he can't find the follow-up as the other J peeks out in the window and manages to strike him down. Primmy's dead, Kahlua gone, and FUT again. It may not be flawless, but it's one casualty. They are catch capped, and they now have the lead secured, 7-2.
They're just having fun out there, but this is incredible work. You got to as well tip your cap to the coaching staff with the way that they've got this team prepared here. Love investing the Cypher ult there. It means that Killua is in a bad spot where he has to go for the big play to out of the smoke because he's going to be revealed in that position shortly. Just a wave to the camera. Hi, Mom. We're doing well.
I mean, it just feels like playground bullying at this point.
It does. And Zeus has got another convergent pass here to make matters worse.
Sense look like the skinny, nerdy kid with glasses, and then FUT, they are the guy who's been held back for 3 years.
Yeah.
His dad's into MMA, so this is not looking good at all. As now, run it back, going through, but the tripwire slows it up, allows for Cristalli to just go ahead, tuck away on that long side, and maybe catch these players off guard. As the smoke will dissipate, and yep, there's the sick realization as Jitboys will fall, and Cristalli finds another. Punches forward, and he can do no wrong. He gets 3 from that position. And it just feels like daylight robbery.
It's just a masterclass. You're in trouble, Brimmy.
One enemy remaining.
He's done. He's gone.
Spike down A.
Got this off. You'd love to hold on to it, and it will be a solid and fast shot to take down Sop. How badly do FUT want to pursue for this kill? I mean, they've got plenty of money. It looks like they will just continue to play this reserved, play this patiently, not go sprinting out and offering themselves up one by one. They will just take the round win and be content with it.
Yeah, what else needs to be said at this point? I mean, they are just out-maneuvering them, outsmarting them. I don't know any other way to say it because I feel like a broken record at this point. It's just the little things that they're doing. You know, Cristalli tucks in, and even though there seems to be some awareness from Jitboys that he could be there, he just doesn't really react to it. And then I just tease up Cristalli. Leviathan going to be good for 1. Quite split the difference there.
And nearly able to have it, will be able to retain that operator, but this is no closer to full sense, bringing things back 8-4, the best that they can now hope for, and just given the trend, it just seems impossible at this point. They will be able to scrape together another buy, but she's got so much money on the FUT side of things, you can never take these guns out of their hands.
Yeah, I mean, Cruz isn't going to be able to buy much other than Util and a Guardian. So he does opt to try to squeeze something out of this round. This one's got to go for full sense, but we feel like on Haven, another slightly attacker-sided map, this is potentially out of control. Again, it just feels like delayed reactions from full sense. The drone there is kind of ignored, looking for maybe just a player to pop out of the smoke.
Goes off again, finds Jitboys, and yep, he's going to stick around. Well, they didn't hear a tailwind, so they know that he's widely going to be still tucked into that cubby. Does now burn it. Meanwhile, Cruz trying to see if he can open something up. Obviously, he can just hop this trip.
That's what Yetize wants. He's like, go ahead and hop it. See what happens.
Yeah, jump in, swing around that C connector side. Zeus is waiting.
Exactly.
Couple shots out, and Zeus now starting to swing, and there's the catch. Cruz going to be taken down. Primmy throwing out that curveball, is able to find 1, but can't clean up both kills. Only able to get Yetize. Kahlua, however, coming away with the waylay. Now needs to push forward, take point, try to win this fight, and he will be able to get the catch on the 1, but he cannot find anything else. Leviathan now.
30 seconds
Retap of the plant, Sociable, TPing forward. Leviathan, however, unable to scale forward and get that catch, so the Omen stays alive. now going to make the noise. Sprinting over towards C. FUT with every little bit of information they could possibly want. A rendezvous set up in the
10
garage.
seconds left.
As he tries to get this plant in play. A couple seconds to spare. Forced away from it. Now has to commit, and he's deep in backside, and the time is gone! It's just over. Full sense. They cannot find their footing. They cannot find a foothold. They're consistently being swept off their feet.
I just love the intelligence here being shown by FUT. I don't like Full Sense. It's just falling for the same angle again from Sop, not doing anything to try to back him off that angle. But Sociable plays this so well. He knows he's got so much to play with here. He uses his TP to create that crossfire initially where Leviathan just has bad options left. Tries to go to the other side, has more bad options because the time's running out, and Sociable's like, I know you don't have time to plant this, and I don't even have to shoot my gun. I just need to make you not be able to commit to the spike.
Well, this is looking like the last Coinbase win condition that we'll take a look at here. As Full Sense, they're calling their last time out just to try to secure a 3-9 half. And the money's all over the place. A couple of ultimates to work with, yes, from the shadows, a Nightfall. But is that going to be enough? Because it hasn't been since round 3.
No, and to make matters worse, Sop's got his Blade Storm here for this final round,
yeah.
and we know what he can do with that. So best of luck to you, Full Sense, because this one looking like it's going to be a 10-2 half and a clean, easy day for FUT, unless somehow there's some magic left. I don't know, break out the Hong Tai if you need it, but I don't know if that's going to be enough.
Well, London, if you want to see Full Sense be able to bring this back, they need this next round. They need your energy, so make some noise.
Here.
We'll see if that's going to be good enough. Can they find the third? Or will it just be devastation again? Haunt not going to be able to clear this angle, so Sop still able to get himself implanted in sewer, continuing to swing out wider and wider.
No
It's a bit of damage. He does tailwind away. Premi putting a shot into his shoulder. Nightfall now going to be committed. That connects on the 3 players here on the site. Full Sense looking to try to up the pace. Sop, however, drawing out the blades, just dancing across the gap. Is able to find one as Premi will fall, and Zeus now getting involved. Is able to find Cruz to boot. Swing in, can't find the adjustment, but Sociable on high! Takes their lives, takes their hope. It's 10-2.
It just doesn't matter. You hit 3 players with a Nightfall, and Sociable just goes high. And they've got a great high-low setup covering sewers. Sop does his job. He takes Premi out of the round. And after that, look at what he can do.
The floodgates were open, so now an 8-round deficit. Full Sense need everything to be played perfectly when we come back after the halftime break. We are back, and for how long, we do not know, but FUT are looking to make this a very fast affair. 10-2 at the half, dominance on display. The only 2 rounds that Full Sense could accrue being a forced buy after dropping the pistol and then the follow-up from there. Otherwise, it has just been perfection from FUT. 9 rounds consecutively to make it up to 10.
Yeah, I mean, FUT's just looking to kick Full Sense out of this one, and it's nothing but desperation and despair right now for the Thai team. I mean, they can usually shake these moments off pretty well. They've got some decent mental, but at this point, I don't know if there's enough hope left. It's just incredible what FUT has brought to the table today, and it's Zeus this time topping the charts in that first half for FUT on the waylay.
He was doing very much the same. He and Sop always neck and neck on that fracture. And the duel is just looking to be a massive cut above at the moment. I mean, 5 and 11, 4 and 11 for Premier Jit Boys. And it's the global rookie of Kahlua who's trying to keep them afloat. Leviathan as well, now going to be shifting over. See if he can have a better performance from this defender side. But for now, Cruz immediately just hearing the footsteps pushing in towards the C site, and he just has to give the space. So Spike going to be planted very quickly by FUT.
Look at Yedajay. He's stuck all the way around spawn.
Does that go red at all? Clearing the corners has not really been a big positive for Full Sense so far in this series. Yedajay will just be able to have the catch. A quick, merciful one tap to put down Leviathan. Sop will get burnt down decently here, so some damage can be found, but push out of the smoke, and Zeus just has him dead. Premi's going to be able to find 2 again in this pistol, but can he get more? Because that's what they need. Cruz now on the arrival. Picks him up at the time and starting to bleed down. Looking for that defuse, the paranoia, not going to be connecting. Remy looking to try to hold it, and okay. Gets himself a 4K. One charge away from having the ult online. Full Sense will find their first necessary pistol.
It felt labored. I mean, I really like the ideas from FUT. Got the Cypher lingering, but oh man, Primi hits 2 quick headshots. And he picks up a Sheriff and goes to work. And a lot of confidence there. Nice to have Cruz still alive to set up with the smokes. Even with that deep post plant that FUT was going for, they couldn't really disrupt it. It's just the pistol round. It's pretty good late round theory here. It's gonna be no buy up really, just Yedajay with the bandit. Jit Boys actually with the shotgun. Haven't seen too much judge this event just yet.
Yeah, what is it going to look like?
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Well, you can't do much about that one. It's just watching Sop on the entry, but Primi will be able to find that kill. At the same time, though, Cruz dead, but the weapon will be left on the floor as Primi arrives on the C site fast enough to find that punish. ADS in, Primi maybe starting to come alive, gets himself a 3K. As it's now just going to be Cristalli to try to see if he can make this a little bit more costly.
Do have the trademark over here in sewers, but he's going the other way, so probably can get the plant. Doesn't look like Leviathan's gonna think about challenging it. Just have to see if he can find any more value.
Well, will not. Facing forward, Leviathan. Second shot will connect. And okay, Full Sense. 2 in a row. Get themselves up to 4, but it's going to take a hell of a lot more than this to really start convincing us. Bonus conversion might just do the trick.
Yeah, it's almost a necessary bonus conversion. Woo. Pretty fast from Primi. Able to get in there and bail out. Could have maybe been a tide turner there on that C site. I'd like to see Full Sense play a little bit for retake here. Maybe lean a little bit stronger towards one side of the map or the other. See if you can get that run it back into play. So they're going to lean A. That's going to be how they're thinking about this right now.
Full investment from Kahlua to try to get a Bulldog into the hands of Cruz. They want to make sure that they have firepower across the board because they know that they need to convert this. But they are just going to be leaving Leviathan alone on this side of the map. Granted, crunch attempt towards a lobby. Full Sense are going to get a lot of information off the back of this. And it will come down to can Leviathan hold the line and keep himself alive.
He already realizes he's in trouble.
Drifting away, and Rendezvous won't take him out to safety, so quickly backpedal away. Meanwhile, Tripwire going to be noting this entry into the window in mid. Spike can be planted. 5v5 for the post plant. But looking decently favored for now.
They're going to try to regroup. They just cleared a trip at long.
Paranoia going to be sent immediately, and it's going to be Leviathan dead. The ult nullified. Cruz still trying to work his way over here. The time is starting to bleed down. Premier spot on the 1. The cam's going to be sent in. Jit Boys is just sprinting forward onto the side, but it's just not moving fast enough. Those nerves coming through. Can't quickly close the gaps. The cleanup looking good here as Cruz now to try to find a little bit more damage, but he cannot. Some armor rebuys with 3 players still staying alive. FUT now just 2 rounds away from taking the series.
Yeah, I mean, Full Sense here caught up in some of Yedajay's utility, so they can't really get some flanks going. And then FUT just has the confidence to kind of understand, okay, the Phoenix probably going to be coming from this angle. Let's get ahead of that ult. Let's make sure it can't find any value. Throw the paranoia, push out, shut down the ult, find a kill as well, and just stymie Full Sense's retake before it begins. So this is just, again, great map awareness, great understanding of the win conditions that Full Sense's comp wants to try to bring to the table. That looked a little bit dicey there for a second for Jitboys. He's going to peel back. This looks like a full-on B hit.
Jitboys just going to be found through that smoke. Blind connecting, but Primi gets himself into back sight, but he's now boxed in, taken down. Sociable still from behind is able to find the kill on Kahlua, and Cruz tries to hold this line. Final
Spike
bullet
down,
does connect. Gets himself into a 1v2. The spike here at his feet. Sociable on that reposition, but Cruz is focused forward, finding out in towards mid. Just trying to isolate these picks. He's in, re-swings out. Gets it into a 1v1, considers the ult for a reposition. Just slots back over to the connector side. Spike at the same time does get grabbed, and with 50 seconds to play, NGR could go anywhere, but Cruz going to be hot on his heels. But he pumps the brakes. He doesn't go swinging out. And NGR at the moment, he does not have a sights trained on this angle! And Cruz will find himself a monstrous Red Bull clutch!
Again, it's one of those rounds from the veteran who comes up huge, but you know, we saw this very early on in Fracture, didn't amount to much. Is that one going to be a tide turner? Let's see, it is still going to be kind of a
timeout call?
That's what I'm hoping for too. That's why I'm holding my breath. Okay.
We're good. So yeah, but feeling enough pressure from this point. They still have a very healthy 6-round lead, but they would rather just end this here and now, not allow for Full Sense to continue to try to eke their way back into this game.
Yeah, I think you're just being better safe than sorry right now as a coaching staff. That is absolutely, I think, the right play. Don't give them any confidence. Don't give them any hope. Just close the door on this one. You know, you guys have been hot to start. You've had great reads. You've had great everything. Let's just keep that in check. You know, you haven't needed to get too involved here as a coaching staff because your team has done such a good job with what you've prepared them with. Now's a moment to talk a little bit about how they want to approach the map. I mean, I think some decent ideas. You just got outplayed by Cruz there. That's really all that was. I like the hit. I like the way that Sociable's been getting vertical. That's been catching Full Sense off guard more often than not, but just, you know, that round's one bullet away from being theirs, really.
We also have this ult cycle getting ready to come back through for FUT. Maybe not over-aggress, invest those ults here unless you can get some very clear and critical leads in the round. That's for now, just double dash over into the cubby. Kahlua gonna try to get away, but that does manage to connect onto him. And Sop on the entry. It's posted up on the box, quickly is able to find that elimination. Double wraparound from behind though. Leviathan and Cruz, triple here. Quickly closing the gaps, but Sociable, he's now hurt them. He sends out that paranoia, he's gonna reposition, but Primi does have advantage to have it red. Still gonna be found, Jitboys just with a stinger. He's gonna struggle to fight his way forward, and now has been, I believe, tripped off as well. He's locked in position, dives out, not quite able to find that one, doesn't line it up. Cristali peels back another kills, Primi's gonna be taken down, and Jitboys cannot find any value with that stinger. FUT will persevere. They get themselves up to match point. Full Sense now needs 7 in a row.
I just love this. They have the confidence because they're so far ahead that they can use ults in an eco round. You have the Blade Storm, of course, pivotal. Sociable, watching that backside. Again, he has been so good today, just with the awareness.
Come on, one more, baby, come on.
Good to know, Bambino, he knows his maps.
Good counting,
yep.
Better than his brother.
Yeah, way better than his brother. Is now Blue again going to be the one put under pressure, teleport up into heaven. Sociable, does he go for the peak? Clearly suspicious of this, but has to give away the space, but now he's going to be trapped in the site, and Sop will collect the elimination. Sociable still here, now flushed out. Leviathan brings it back, gives them a hope. On a back pop, the tuck into the corner. Primi has not checked this one at all, but he's still able to find Cristali before getting taken down. Backs over the connector, but Sop is still alive, and that is still a concern if you are full sense. 3v3 with the drop down, and Primi is able to find both duelists, Sop and Zeus. Knocked out of the park, and now it is down to Yedajay. The ping reveal, but Jit Boys playing forward. Catches him off guard, and full sense could be sticking around at least for a little bit longer. 6th round going their way, and 6 more to go.
Yeah, but even though this is a win for full sense, I'm still concerned because it takes Primi going absolutely crazy. Loves the delayed trip that Yedajay throws behind the run it back at the A-Link exit. It doesn't end up amounting to much, but I love the fury. But because Primi just re-wraps up and drops down and drops 3, that gives full sense another lifeline, but they need 6 more in a row, which FUT did do, as we can see. They ran quite a few in a row. They're 9 in a row on the other side, themselves on defenders, but we'll have to wait and see. It's going to be...
Still have these rifles in hand, but okay, Leviathan will push out of the mid. Primi eventually able to find the kill, and that's going to be the duelist down again. As weapons can be recovered, the space can be given up, but Primi immediately shifts over, reads his lurk forward, dispatches Yedajay. And now it's just Sociable and Crystalli to try to see if they can somehow little rabbit out of the hat, or full sense trying to get within 5. Revealed on the hawk, but Crystalli is boxed in. The spike is now down, and Sociable, well, he's got 1 minute and 5 seconds if he wants to hold on to this weapon. Is that, you know, unfortunate, unlucky. Just caught on a timing, and that will be a flawless for full sense. 5 more to go, and 4 ultimates to try to utilize to continue this run back.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to feel like full sense is giving themselves a shout, but some of these rounds where their aim is starting to come alive, the coordination now starting to come through, just took way too long to manifest. And you've got to just go absolutely crazy. I mean, a team that has been so good in Pacific this entire stage, and now they're absolutely struggling. Tour de force ripped for Leviathan behind the rifle. Just feels like might as well use it now. Might get another one if we can keep stringing them together anyway.
Have the money for an op off the back of this as well.
True.
Just trying to get that healthy weapon cycle started here. Is it Drone? Not going to be spotting out much of anything, but Sociable unable to scale forward, held back by that trademark for now, and it looks like FUT want to try to explore a different part of the map. And Primi at the same time, he's got himself tucked all the way up into that cubby at C long.
Here's the thing, Sociable I think is going to clear.
Walking in. The face out, and the Flippy Sop take it down. Crystalli does manage to peel back 1 as Jit Boys will fall. Get Kahlua tagged to 40.
Yeah, but so much space was taken because A had been completely abandoned by full sense.
Neural theft. Getting the spot out now. They know that Primi's going to be on that flank. They continue to inch the spike more towards the C side of the map, but maybe just a little bit of a reconsideration. They do have that A site secured.
Incredible map movement right now from FUT. They are just
30
making
seconds
full
left.
sense guess.
He knows that Yedajay is going to be lurking around this site, but he doesn't know that he's already gotten himself deeply entrenched inside of it. Now Primi looking and considering that double back, but with the spike planted, he has to play forward. He has to play towards the site itself. The shot goes wide. Leviathan unable to find the enemy Sova. Now Primi needing to continue to do incredible work, but it's just a firing squad waiting for him. And Kahlua tagged to 40. Would have to pull off a miracle here and now. Shock Dart takes him down to 19. And it just feels like this one is already over. The Nightfall to be committed, because why the hell not? But as he swings, he will die. 13